This place about to blow.
Hello, all my people. It's the Mofo back with another Mofo Show, and I'm afraid this one's going to have to be a quick one because the Mofo's got himself a busy weekend coming up. I'm going to be in Charlottesville, Virginia. I'm going to be in northwestern Pennsylvania. I'm going to be in New York City in the next couple days. So we got to knock this one out pretty quick, ladies and gentlemen. We're going straight to the rub. And who's getting the rub this week? Who could it be? Well, it's our good friend, Mr. Chris Hardwick. That's right, Chris Hardwick. You may know him from Comedy Central's At Midnight. You might know him from Talking Dead. You might know him from The Nerdist. Hey, if you go back a little bit, you might know him from Halloween 2. And if you go back a little further, you might know him from Terminator 3. But yeah, don't look at that time. It looks like he was very good friends with donuts back then. And if you want to go back even further, you might remember him from the 80s hit on MTV with Jenny McCarthy, Singled Out. And you might be asking yourself, Mo, why would Chris Hardwick need the rub? Hey, I understand. The man's rich and famous. Why would he need the rub? But whether you know this or not, I'm going to break some news here. Poor Chris Hardwick, he got dumped. That's right, Chris Hardwick is once again single. And that's where we come in, baby. That's where we come in, all the mofos and mofettes. We're going to help out Chris Hardwick. We're going to give him the rub. That's right. This is what we're going to do. We're going to help Chris Hardwick out. We're going to help him out with a hookup for Hardwick. That's right. I want to do this for Chris Hardwick. I want to help him out. I don't want to get this man married. I just want to get him laid. So that's why we're going to do this. We're going to tweet at Chris Hardwick, at The Nerdist, with the hashtag hookup for Hardwick. And what we're looking for is if you or someone you know would think you would be a appropriate hookup for Chris Hardwick, then I want you to tweet a picture of yourself or the person you think would be an appropriate hookup for Hardwick. So maybe you think, you would be a good hookup for Chris Hardwick, or your sister. Maybe you think China would be a good hookup for Hardwick. Maybe Gamera. Maybe the, alien with 3 tits from Total Recall. If you think any of those people would be an appropriate hookup for Hardwick, please tweet at The Nerdist with the hashtag hookup for Hardwick. Now, as you're thinking about whether or not you would be a good match for Mr. Hardwick, remember, he's scrawny, really scrawny, really, really scrawny. He's also nerdy, really nerdy, really, really nerdy. But he's rich, and he's famous, and he has a lot of cool friends. Really cool friends. Really, really cool friends. So hey, if you want to hang out with a guy that's scrawny, nerdy, rich, famous, and has really cool friends, or you know someone who might, tweet at The Nerdist with the hashtag hookup for Hardwick. This week's question: if wins and losses are so important in professional wrestling, then why can't you name a single professional wrestler's one-loss record? Well, I'll admit it, the Mofo was perplexed by this. I can't name a single professional wrestler's one-loss record, not even my own. But then I got to thinking, how important is it that you remember someone's one-loss record? I was thinking about Floyd Mayweather, the #1 boxer in the world, biggest box office draw in the world. I have no idea what his record is. I know it's something, how many the something is, I have no idea. But then again, I'm not that big of a boxing fan. Maybe most boxing fans know that. I know more about UFC. I was thinking about the heavyweight champion, Cain Velasquez. I have no idea what his one-loss record is. I don't know what George St. Pierre's one-loss record is. Anderson Silva, no clue. Uriah Faber, no idea. None of them. Demetrius Johnson, I couldn't tell you. I couldn't tell you any of their one-loss records. But then again, that's UFC. Let's go to something more popular. Let's say the NBA. The NBA Finals last year. San Antonio Spurs, Miami Heat. I have no idea what either of their one-loss records were. None whatsoever. But hey, let's go to a more popular sport. One with fewer games. One where there's a better chance I would remember the one-loss record of, say, top 4 teams in the NFL. We'll say the Broncos, the Seahawks, the 49ers, and the Patriots. Top 4 teams in the NFL. Made the conference championship games last year. What were their records? I got no clue. I couldn't tell you. I couldn't tell you any of them. I barely know the Steelers' record last year. 8-8. That one's not hard to remember. Any other team, no clue whatsoever. So I guess what I'm saying is, yeah, I don't know any professional wrestlers win-loss records. But I don't know any teams win-loss record either. I don't know any fighters win-loss records. I don't remember any of that. I just remember the guys who I think of, or the teams that I think of as winners, and the teams that I think of as losers. Hopefully that answered your question. If you have a question you'd like to ask the Mofo that he would answer on the Answer the Question segment, go ahead, email it to me, tweet it to me, send it to me on Facebook, whatever, follow the social medias, and I will answer the question. That's it for this week. Sorry it was so brief. Next week, I promised a very good friend of mine a very special message, and you'll be getting that on the Mofo Show. Until then, social media, it's over here on the right. We've added a Tumblr for the Mofos to know, so if you want to check out some wrestlers you don't know of, but you probably should, give that a look. In the meantime, we got the likes, we got the subscribes, we got the comments. Give us some of those, and I'll be back next week with another Mofo Show.